Are you a people manager and you're losing sleep right now because you are worried that you might be just about to lose your best employees to what they're calling the Great Resignation of 2021? Today, I'm talking about avoiding that Great Resignation of 2021, and you want to listen up because I have some very specific tips for you on how you can proactively work to keep, retain, and even attract amazing employees for your team, for your company. Experts are calling this the talent tsunami, and that's because there are millions of people that have either already resigned, are thinking about resigning in the very near future. And I don't have to tell you how costly it can be to not only hire amazing employees, but also to train them. It's a big cost on your time, on your resources, and on the time and resources on your team. So it's so important that you work right now to proactively retain your top employees and also attract amazing talent for your team. If we haven't met yet, I'm Danielle Bradley at Coach with Danielle, and I'm a career coach and mentor. And I've also been a senior sales leader working for large organizations with large teams. And in those roles, I learned a thing or two about how to attract and retain and keep my team motivated. And I want to share with you my 4-step process, which I call STAY, to help you proactively do this right now before it's too late and before you lose your top performers. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you'll be notified when I publish new videos on a weekly basis for experienced professionals who are looking to enjoy their most thriving career. Let's get into it. With my STAY model, it's going to tell you very specifically what is going to keep your top performers and your top employees motivated and loyal to you as a manager, as a leader, and to your company as well. So let's get into step number 1 of my STAY model. Step number 1 is survey. You want to meet with every single one of your employees, if at all possible, and find out more about what they value in terms of work. What keeps them motivated? What keeps them engaged? Having those conversations is going to make all the difference. You want to ask them questions about what their career goals are. Having these conversations can really help you identify if there are any people on your team that are, as I call it, light on their feet, meaning if a good opportunity comes along and they're not currently feeling all that engaged and motivated, then they will be more inclined to leave. And you want to be able to address that before that happens. We'll talk about that a little bit more in step number 3. Step number 2 is tailor. What I'm talking about here is you want to tailor your reward and recognition programs. And if you don't have one right now, I strongly urge you to create one. No matter where you're working, what kind of team you have, you need to have some type of system and process in place to reward and recognize employees. And it doesn't have to take a lot of time and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money to do this, but it can make all the difference in making your team members feel truly valued. And you know the saying, people don't quit companies, they quit managers. Well, having a reward and recognition program that is tailored to individuals on your team will likely help them be more loyal to you. So it's worth investing some of your time, some of your effort, and some of your resources to creating this. Now, before you put that program in place, you really need to, again, talk to your people and find out what each person values in terms of reward and recognition. Everyone is different. Not everyone is going to value the same things. Some people are motivated and value financial rewards. Other people just want to have a regular pats on the back. Some people love to be recognized in a public way with their colleagues and their peers. Other people are shy, and that's the last thing that they want. You need to find out what it is for each individual on your team and then tailor your program to meet those specific needs. This is your opportunity to reward outstanding results and to reward people that are going above and beyond what they need to do in their day to day. And some examples of what you might want to consider here are formal awards. Let's say you have a sales team and people have achieved their targets. You could consider providing them with an award. Or if someone has worked very long hours that's taken away from their family time and their spouse, maybe they would love to have a gift certificate for a special dinner with their family and or their spouse. Things like that can make all the difference in retaining your top employees. Step number 3 is adjust. You may not be able to do everything that people are asking you to do, but showing that you're able to adjust, adapt, be flexible to what people might bring to you in terms of what they need can make a huge difference as well. For example, many of us working in offices or working from home, obviously through the pandemic, are just about to go through or started to go through a back to the office period. And for some workers, it's creating a lot of anxiety. We've just gone through a tremendous amount of change. And people may come to you with wanting some flexibility in terms of the amount of time they spend in the office versus the amount of time that they may be able to work from home. Showing flexibility in those situations, again, can help you retain those top performers and also those regular performers, the steady performers that are a crucial part of your team. You want to do what you can to be able to keep those people engaged, motivated, and really wanting to work hard for you and deliver results for you as a leader and for the company. So tell me, are you a manager that is facing this situation right now with either some people having resigned or some people you're worried might be resigning at any point? Tell me in the comments below. Step number 4 is called Yelp. Yes, Yelp as in the online reviews. So here's what I'm talking about here when it comes to you as a leader, manager, and retaining your important and valued team members. You want to get some reviews for you as their leader. Now, there are many different ways of doing this, and yes, it takes some courage, it takes some humility, but I can tell you, having gone through that process myself several times in my corporate career, it can give you amazing information from which you can make some adjustments. You can adjust your leadership style to be more effective and to be a more inspiring and motivating leader. So a few ways of doing this is you could create a survey. If your company doesn't have a formal process to provide what they call 360 feedback, you could create an anonymous survey on a website like a SurveyMonkey or something like that and ask very specific questions. You could keep it very simple too. You could ask questions like, what should I keep doing as a leader? What should I stop doing? What should I do differently? And this will give you valuable insights into what people think of you as a leader. How do you make them feel? How is their interaction with you? How is that impacting them? And then you look for common threads from those reviews, just like we do online. Look for common threads that will provide you with some clues to some of the things that you're doing really well right now, but perhaps there are other things that people are identifying as something that they're not finding very motivating. So here's a recap of the STAY model to retain your team members. S for survey. Survey your team members to find out more information about what they value in terms of their work and their career. T is for tailor, and that's all about tailoring your reward and recognition program to each individual on your team. A is for adjust. That is all about showing flexibility. And Y is for Yelp. Get some reviews on yourself as a leader, manager, and look for common threads that you're able to use to improve how you interact with your team. All of this work can help you adjust your leadership style to make sure that you are a leader that inspires and attracts motivated players for your team. Now, if you think you might need some help with this, I offer free consultation calls for my coaching services, and you can book yourself directly into my calendar for that at coachwithdanielle.com/call. And make sure to check my other video on the Great Resignation 2021 and how you can use it to further your own career. If this video was helpful to you, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week.